Hello everyone. In this video we'll learn how to use nested if condition in a program. So to understand what nested if condition is, you can take a look at this syntax. Okay. Now here what we are doing is we are checking this condition, and if this condition is true, it checks another condition. Why do we say so? Because I have written this condition inside this condition. Fine. So this condition, or simply you can say when a condition is written inside another condition, that type of if structure is called as nested if structure. Okay. Simply you can say when an if comes inside another if, that type of if block is called as nested if structure. So what happens here is when this condition 1 is true, it goes inside and checks this condition. If this condition is true, it executes statement A. So you can say statement A is dependent on condition 1 as well as on condition 2. And when you see this else block, to which if condition it belongs, don't get confused, look at the indentation level and then decide. So since I have written this else with the indentation of this else block is same as this if condition, so you have to say that this else belongs to this if condition. Fine. So these statements here will execute only when this condition is false. Okay, these statements have nothing to do with this condition here. Fine. What if you indent this else part like this? Let me label it as statement B. So what's happening here is this entire block is now belonging to condition 1. Okay, so this is one else if block, or sorry, when this is one if else block which will be tested only when the condition 1 is true. So the idea here is quite simple for you to understand, that you can have conditions inside conditions. Now whatever ways you want to put the conditions is completely dependent on your code, what program you are making. So it is not fixed that the nested if always looks like this. It can change depending on the code. So here I'm taking an example with which you can understand the concept. I'm going to make this program, okay, which calculate wages for female and male employees, or laborers rather, and the criteria is given as this. For male labor, if the age is 40 or above, then the wages is 2000, and if the age is less than 40, then the wages is 1500. Similarly, for female labor, the criteria is different. If the age is 40 or above, then wages is 3000. If the age is less than 40, then the wages is 2500. So you have to print the message in which you are going to display the wages as per the entered data in the program. So let's try and make this program here, and I'm going to type the code here. So as per the the question, you have to first ask user to enter the gender of the person for whom you are deciding the amount. Okay, so let's enter it in a variable called as G, which means gender. So G is equal to input enter gender. Okay, so I can do one thing here. I can indicate this thing as M for male and F for female. So the user doesn't have to type M-A-L-E or F-E-M-A-L-E, the complete words. He can just type M or F, and that too in small letters. Now when you have asked gender, the next thing is you have to ask the age of the person. Okay, so let's take a variable here, n is equal to int input enter age. Now you might be wondering, why have I not used int function here? Okay, now here you are trying to enter a string type of value, and as you know, input function by default gives string type of value, so I don't need a conversion here. I'm not entering a number in this statement, but I am entering a number here. Okay, age is a number, so I have to convert it into integer. So I hope this is clear to you. Now I am ready to put the condition. So the first condition is that I have to decide whether the gender is male or female. So how do you check it? You have two variables here, g and n. So for checking gender, of course, you have to check this variable g. So I'm writing if g is equal to m, which is male. Okay, so if it is male candidate, then what's the criteria? You have to check the age. Now remember, right now where my cursor is currently blinking, by the look of this you can say I am inside this if condition now, and inside the if condition I have to check another condition. So you write the second condition here, which is of course put on variable n. So n indicates age. So if the value of n is greater than or equal to 40, then you have to print wages is equal to 2000. Okay, this is what the amount is. So I have printed the message accordingly. We press enter key, come back by pressing the backspace key here, and this is the place where you write else part. Okay, colon, and then with indentation level you will write wages is equal to 1500. So here this if else block comes inside this if block. Okay, which means age will be checked only when the gender is male. So that's exactly what you wanted. Keep an eye on the indentation level I am maintaining here. Okay, now the second thing is for female candidates. You have to go back to this indentation level where you have written this if block, and here you have to put elif. Okay, this elif means else if, of course. That means you are going to check another condition here, but when is this condition going to be checked? Only when this is going false. That's why I have kept this elif with the same indentation level of this if. So it says if the gender is male, check all this, otherwise check this. So check what? Otherwise check if the gender is female. You can also write it with an else block here like this, because it's quite clear that if the gender is not male, it has to be female. But for better understanding, in this particular program you can put the condition. So what is the condition? elif g is f, then you have to check the amount again, then you have to check the age again. So remember, this if condition is being put here for female candidates. So the age criteria is 40 above, then the amount is 3000. So if n greater than or equal to 40, then print. Now of course the indentation of this print statement has to be inside this if condition, so I have used a tab key here. In fact, this idle is taking care of the indentation automatically, guys, as you can observe. so do not change it please. So print wages is equal to 3000. Come back by pressing the backspace key one time and then write else here. Why else here? Because I want to keep this else for this if. Okay, so the message here is wages is equal to 2500. So that's it. I have put all the conditions required in this program. Hopefully it should work. Let's save it first and then run. Okay, enter gender, M for male and F for female. So I'm entering M here. Age is suppose 52 years. It is showing me that the wages amount is 2000, which is correct as per the given problem. If it is more than 40 for male candidates, it should be through 2000, sorry, and it is showing 2000 here. Now the second time, let's run it, and this time the gender is female, so I'm entering F here. The age is 35, so it shows 2500. Okay, so this is how the program is actually working, and it is working fine. I hope you have understood this code here. Okay, I do believe that you people should try this code on your own first, and you can take a reference from this code I have written here for the better understanding. So that's it for this video. If you have liked the content, please comment, like, share, and do subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.